Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, I sure hope you've had an absolutely fantastic Friday. It has been something else for this XRP ecosystem. We are seeing some major TA guys coming out and saying, guys, XRP just formed a golden cross, and it looks like it is about to literally blast off. Now, we have been watching this for a while, and we've been saying this for the last 5, maybe 6 days. And remember when we were back there at that 272 and how all the fuzzers coming in, hey, XRP could drop even below $2 and on and on and on. We heard them saying all that. Here we are at 329. And then, of course, when we were looking for the 15th, by the 15th of this month, we were expecting to see some kind of action in this whole SEC Ripple lawsuit. Well, of course, the lawsuit is absolutely finished now. One thing I'd like to point out, a lot of fuzzers are coming out and they're saying, well, you know, it's not really done till Judge Annalisa Torres signs off on it. Do you know what, guys? She does not even have to sign off on it. This is a procedural matter. Both of them filed with the court to withdraw their joint appeals. Both the SEC is withdrawing its appeal, and of course, Ripple is drawing their appeal. That does not have to have, a judge's signature to make that A-okay. And why is that? Well, the judge can't force them to continue with their appeals. Oh, the judge does not have to accept the joint applications like she didn't last time based on her prior, judgment. But they both accepted the prior judgment that has been made. So no further adjudication has to be done. So it is over. But of course, that FUD is getting out there. So I wanted to address that. Now, something else. This morning I posted a big warning because, hey, as our XRP gets more and more valuable, of course, there's going to be more and more scammers out to get it. And I was talking about how guys are out there impersonating me. And I'll tell you what, some folks responded in the comments with some amazing stuff. Look at this one right here. Now, this guy literally had 15,000 XRP literally robbed from him by this scammer pretending to be me on X. And that false account is this one right here. Now, guys, you can see they got the blue check mark. They got all that. They have a lowercase digital outlook in uppercase with 2 zeros there. The guy is a total scammer and has literally, according to the posts that we're seeing and the comments being made, scam people out of so much. Here's another comment that was made to my account based on that, and where somebody is talking about where this guy DM'd him. Just read this one right here. Now, you can see that this is a total scam. Now, guys, it's interesting. I was checking his Digital Outlook account out, and it turns out never posted that video from us this morning. If you're following this guy, I'm telling you, and he's got, 3,100 followers that think they're following me? Guys, he is scamming you, charging $50 to join a live stream. It's an absolute scam, and obviously DMing people trying to scam them. Unfollow this guy. Unfollow this guy. I am putting this out there so that you can see it, and I'm going to just be dropping this video after video after video till this guy is totally done and crushed. Guys, let's get the word out that this scammer, he isn't going to get by our community. How about that right there? I will never DM you. I will never ask you for a penny. Guys, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, not on Instagram, none of those things. You will never have to hear from me reaching out to you to try and reel you in on some scam like these guys are. I won't be doing it, but I'm going to expose them, that's for sure. Now, something else that is really, really big, of course, and a lot of people want me to talk about, is this whole acquisition from Ripple of Rail. Now, Rail is a major payments, corporation. It has a payments infrastructure for stable coins that is going to open up some doors for Ripple for sure. And the utilization of RLUSD, and by the way, guys, XRP. This is a big time positive move. And it reminds me of when Ripple went out there and they actually got Mataco. Now, a lot of people, they never even heard of Mataco, but Mataco, of course, is a major time institutional custodian. They're positioning themselves to absolutely take a massive bite out of this whole digital asset space in a powerful way. Now, that is nothing but bullish and positive for you and I investing in this ecosystem. I mean, obviously, Ripple is highly vested in XRP. And of course, holds billions of dollars worth there in escrow and on and on. Now, I remember a lot of FUD came out with saying, hey, listen, when RLUSD came out, wow, they're going to replace XRP altogether and all. I said, what a load of baloney. I was there at the digital, I think it was called the, it was a summit. And it was at XRP Vegas, by the way, not this last year, but the year before. And these guys had held this dinner, and it was a pretty penny to get into that dinner. And a subscriber on the channel actually got me in there, and how I appreciate that so much. Needless to say, I was literally 10 feet away from Brad Garlinghouse when he actually said, hey, listen, if anybody thinks that we are going to, substitute XRP with RLUSD, they've lost the plot. Not even close. Guys, it's only going to strengthen the XRP ledger and this XRP ecosystem. That is for sure. And I think this acquisition is one of the biggest boons for you and I to really see in this space. And think about it. We have been able to get in and buy into the protocol that is the backbone of this new financial system that is coming about. And all of these various connections that they are getting together. And we were able to invest in the protocol of that. And even for some of us, it was under 50 cents for others, your dollar cost average for others. Even if you bought it today and you paid $3.30 for it, I'm going to tell you something. From my estimation for where this is going, people are going to weep for the days that they could have bought XRP at these prices. I don't think XRP is ever going back under that $1 price. Don't believe it, not for a second. But you absolutely want to get your strategy, your mind in place. I tell that to you all the time. I've been encouraging you to get out there and really research this. Guys, dig through the articles yourself and find out why this is such an impact for Ripple. Because obviously you're not going to get the be all and end all in a 10 or 12 minute video for sure, right? These videos are just to wet your whistle so that you get out there and you're motivated to get and research. And guys, I'll tell you, get buckled up, because when this rocket ship literally cracks and breaks the sound barrier, man, smashes right through the atmosphere, you and I are going to be on the ride of our life. And is it coming? Well, for a lot of these TA guys, like I said, they absolutely believe that it is coming. Some of these golden crosses that they're seeing on the charts. By the way, I'll drop that article right down in the description of this video so that you can read it for yourself. But you can see, guys, that we're just literally going from a place of, all that suppression that XRP was under, that coiled spring, to now that being off our shoulders. It's kind of like someone training for a marathon and putting weights on their ankles. And so as they train for it, boy, those feet get heavy and heavy and heavy. But they sweat it out. We have sweated this out. And then, hey, the weights come off. And the real race is on. And that's what's happened. The weights have come off, guys. Now we get to run our race. And boy, are we going to fly down the track. I really believe it. And I want to encourage you, don't let yourself buy all this utter nonsense. These fuzzers have been wrong right from day one. I mean, Judy and I, we were buying XRP before the lawsuit was even laid down. And even after that happened, boy, we were so convinced, we just kept buying and buying. Now, the FUD that was out, XRP for certain is going to get classified to be a security. I mean, you heard Max Kaiser say it, Vitalik Buterin, all these big names coming out, and really just, it was like pile on. And they were just piling on, try to crush XRP. But did that happen? No, it didn't happen. Then when, on I think it was July 13th of 2023, Annalisa Torres comes out and she designates that XRP in and of itself, not a security. Well, what came down? Well, I'll tell you what came down. Oh my goodness, they're going to file an interlocutory appeal. And the SEC is going to get this whole decision overturned and on and on. Nope, didn't happen. Of course, at the time they were suing Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson and all that stuff. And people were saying, yep, these guys are going to get absolutely hammered. No, those lawsuits themselves, absolutely dismissed. The SEC even dropped them themselves. Then, of course, it's going to go to the Supreme Court. On and on. Didn't happen. None of that nonsense ever happened. And we can just keep going on and on and on. So why, oh why, would you even entertain for 2 seconds the amount of FUD that these guys throw out there? Don't bother doing it. Save yourself. Build up your own conviction in here. Save yourself the time and effort. It's not even worth the time of day to argue with these idiots. I've been offered, you should debate Crypto Bellwether. Why? I know for a fact that Versan Algera talked with him at length for over an hour. The guy doesn't have any ears to hear, and he is utterly off his rocker. How many people did that guy, convinced to drop their XRP and cost them probably some of the biggest percentage moves that they could have ever seen in their lifetime, because he was doing that when XRP was only 30 some cents. Here we are at $3.30 some cents. Come on. If that was me, I'd be hanging my hat in shame. But nope, he's just doubling down. And of course, that's how he's going to go. Well, let him do what he wants to do. I wouldn't even waste his time, nor would I waste mine, ever debating that nonsense. Guys, get yourself strategic. Get yourself plugged in. Get to know what you hold and why you're holding it, because I'll tell you what, it could absolutely, in my estimation, it's going to result in probably the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. And boy, do I ever want you to see it. And don't let these nutcases over there on X pretending to be me and all that, and on all the other platforms, scam you out of what is so valuable. Don't let it happen, guys. Unfollow those idiots, because, they don't have any kind of original thinking whatsoever, no creativity on their own, and are literally trying to piggyback on the reputation of someone else, and are trying to get out there. And boy, the people that they're hurting, that had no character, none whatsoever. They're the lowest of the lowest when it comes to that kind of stuff. The underbelly, as we say, of society, right? And they love the dark. So you turn the light on them, boy, do they scurry. They scurry like cockroaches. And that's what they are in my estimation. So anyway, guys, I love you so much. Can't wait tomorrow. We're going to have our Saturday question and answer. And of course, Sunday, sugar on Sunday. And guys, until then, have an absolutely fabulous one and take care.